Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night, but for now, let's get into the video.
The guy you're supposed to be with forever, I don't think you're ever gonna feel like feelings that I want to explore with other guys. That's what I tell myself. Maybe it's different for everyone else, but I think that once you found the right Mr. Right, that person, that partner, that forever person, I don't think you're gonna want to hook up with Joe Schmo at Bleecker Street Bar.
Keep telling yourself whatever you need to hear because it's harder to admit that your forever person could have been in front of you at some point in your life, but you were too busy giving it for free to Joe Schmo. And sure, maybe he wasn't, but how would you even know?
A man once told me that a guy is only insecure about a woman when he knows that she deserves better. And I just think we all need to hear that.
No, you don't. All you've basically said is a guy is never insecure about a woman.
Have you guys noticed that people are hitting on each other more? I swear, every time I've gone out recently, I've noticed that people are actually cold approaching each other in the wild, at parks, on the West Side Highway, at stores. I'm seeing it happen in a way that I haven't seen before. And this could totally be my own recency bias or frequency illusion, but I do think there are three factors that are contributing to this. One, people hate dating apps. That's not necessarily new, but the fatigue and the frustration is climaxing. It's getting increasingly higher day by day. No matter how many new dating apps that come out that swear that their algorithm is better or that their format is better, doesn't matter. People are tired of dating apps. They're tired of being not in control of finding a match and actually then converting that into a real date. And so they want to actually take their dating life into their own hands, into their own control, and go hit on someone at the park. Number two, I think that people are generally tired of technology and romanticizing a nostalgic era that they didn't necessarily live, which again is also not new, but it's just all of these factors in conjunction with each other. People want flip phones, people want analog renaissance, people don't want social media, they're looking at their screen time. And so I think this romanticization of simpler times or olden times when you would just have a meet cute at Trader Joe's is very intriguing to people. And they're like, why not? Third, seasons. Obviously, now that it's warmer, maybe too warm, it's summertime, it's warm out, people are outside more, they're socializing more outside, they're working out outside, they're hanging out outside, and that just actually makes the exposure time to be hit on a lot longer than it would any other season of the year. Everyone's in their hot girl summer era, they're hanging out lounging, and they have more confidence because they're tired of dating apps.
Everyone is, and everyone is on at least one. But let me make sure I got this right. People are approaching other people more often now, and by that you mean men approaching women more often because it's summer, and that makes sense in a weird way, but also because they're looking for vintage dating, and because everyone is on hot girl summer. I know one man that isn't, but at this point, sure, why not?
This is for the girl sitting at home sad about a boy right now. Are you wondering what he's doing, who he's talking to, why he did what he did? Do this and you're going to be living your best life and he's going to regret what he did. Move on. Act unbothered. Don't look at his stories. Do not try to text him. Do not try to figure out what he is doing. Go out, have fun, enjoy yourself, live your life. Take this pain and turn it into an opportunity to level up and find someone who is 10 times better than who you are crying about. I was there once. Seriously thought my life was over. How am I ever going to move on without this person? And I wasted so much of my precious energy worrying about that and focused on him. Then one day I woke up and I'm like, what the hell am I doing? Get your life together. This is not who you want. Even if they came back, do you ever want someone who hurt you and made you cry? No. I started focusing on myself, manifesting, leveling up, living my best life. And that is when my perfect dream man came into my life. And I can say out of the two of us, I am way happier, thriving, and doing so much better. So please, gorgeous, gorgeous girl, sitting at home feeling sad, do not do that. Love yourself and go have fun.
When you say the two of you, do you mean you and your ex or you and the guy you're seeing now? And of course, I'm not saying you don't live your best life because you manifested it, and of course you do. But all I'm seeing from your best life is you going inside your home, picking up a glass, fixing yourself a drink, going back into your car and trying to act like a life coach. Is that weird to anyone else or I'm the weird one?
One time my ex-boyfriend told me that 2 years after we broke up, he did a mushroom ceremony in Joshua Tree, and that my higher self came to him and essentially showed him and made him feel all of the things that he did was wrong. And that was a moment he knew he had to reach out and patch things up and apologize. And I'm just want to share that to let you know to never underestimate your ability to haunt somebody, especially if you are a spiritual girly and energetically tapped in, consciously aware person, because people cannot run from the ways that they are. They cannot hide from their shadows to the point that their shadows will come out with your face if they did you wrong and they did not do anything to patch that up, to repair that, to acknowledge those shadows, to fix that aspect of themselves. So I know it may seem like they've moved on, like they're curating this perfect happy life without you in it. And then they're seeing you in their visions on mushrooms in the middle of the desert. Okay? So don't underestimate your impact. Focus on you, heal yourself, but just know that things like that are going on. But that's between them and spirit to work out. But know your power, girl. Get back up. Pick your chin up. Your tiara is falling. Love you.
Yeah, I know, not really the most normal ones today. But still, you can't blame this on me. You blame it on yourself. You're the ones whenever you're looking for something easy, you're going to your local crystal shops, and because the rest is history, because we say it. No, you're not crazy. You're spiritual. Princess, you did nothing. Your tiara's not falling. The guy did shrooms. And by the sound of it, not the highest quality either. And I don't even know what you've been smoking, but by the sound of it, that was also not the highest quality.
Another thing I learned from rich, successful, smart people, especially women, especially about dating, is this. Men need to be told what to do.
Well, obviously, but only by the rich women, because the poor ones don't even know what they want their men to do. Oh, you don't believe me? Wait until you hear who she's taking advice from.
This was confirmed when today I actually bumped into one of my followers, Christina. Hello, you're so smart. This girl is 26 years old and she knows what's up. And she told me something really interesting / sad. She's like, it's so hard for me and my girlfriends who are the same age as her to find guys because guys don't want to do anything. They don't want to put in the effort because girls, I'm blaming you girls, you are giving up the milk when they don't have to buy the cow. Do you understand? And she had such a good point. She's like, because we were talking about it. And she's like, yeah, you do have to tell guys what to do, because I said that. And she's like, it's like in the army when they're like, drop down and give me 20. And I'm like, yes, get it. You understand. So remember that the next time a guy is not doing what you want, don't get mad, don't get angry, don't get annoyed. You have to get strategic. Think about Christina. Drop and give me 20. Tell them what you want and you will get it.
No, not really, because you're still giving the milk for free. You'll say, drop and give me 20, I'll show you a picture of me from 20 years ago when I was doing 2. I evolved since then, I go as high as 3. But no, this is what happens when you're in your 40s and you take something that could maybe count as advice from a 26 years old. You don't reach the obvious solution. Don't give out your milk for free. No, of course not, because that would be setting women back 50 years. You just start charging for milk.
Why is it that in religion, women are held to such a high standard in regards to how men react to them, but we have almost no authority in the church or in our households? Back in the day, thousands of years ago, ancient people believed that God was a woman. You see a woman hurdle a child out of her vagina, what's that going to translate to? Our creator is probably a woman. And thousands of years, ancient people believed that. Men, however, began to become jealous of our power and jealous of what our bodies could do. And so they made it sexual, they made it perverted, they made our period a sin, they made it disgusting, and they made childbirth a curse from God. When in reality, our bodies are creative portals. I think that in order for us to rise up and understand our true place in the world, it's gonna take us deconstructing those ideas and expressing our bodies freely, seeing our bodies as things that are beautiful, as things that create, as things that nurture, instead of just something sexual for your husband only. I think that a lot less women would look in the mirror and feel disgusted if they saw their bodies as that, and we'd feel a lot better as women.
I have to admit she completely lost me after she said childbirth is considered a curse from God. I could be ignorant here, but I don't know of any religion that considers it as that. And I could also be ignorant about this, but what religion is she talking about from thousands of years ago that was considering that God is a woman? Were there in some religions female gods? Sure, but then those religions used to have more than one God. Anyway, in case you've missed the entire point, because I did leave a few parts out, she wants to show her entire body, not just to her husband. She's not even married, but that's not gonna be something that stands in her way.
This might be controversial, it might not be, but I'm curious people's thoughts. So, one acting tip that I received when I was in university is you have to be two of three things in this industry. You have to be on time, you have to be easy to work with, and you have to be talented. And you're never talented enough to outweigh the other two. I don't know if that's humbling or if that's just worrying. Because there's a lot of people who are very talented who I don't think are easy to work with.
No, you're right, it is worrying. Not even that long ago, being on time and being easy to be around, it was basically common sense. Now it's something that needs to be taught in school. We are on the right path as a species, are we not?
If you're having a bad day, I just wanted to tell you about my day yesterday, and maybe it will make you feel better. Or maybe not, I don't know. Starting off strong with in therapy yesterday, my therapist started tearing up. What I was saying, and like pretty much me explaining my life or like how I feel, was so sad. It was making her cry. That's like never happened to me before. She wasn't like crying, but she was like tearing up. Should have known my morning was off because I tried a new coffee shop and my coffee was like $8 because I always get like a dirty chai, and then the dirty chai is like $6. You add an espresso shot, you add the tax, you tip $1, you're at $8.50, and it just wasn't good. So that was kind of disappointing.
I know I've said it a lot that I will never go to therapy, but I'm starting to change my mind. It's quite obvious that I'm not right in the head. I'm making my own coffee at home, so I don't get to complain about the $8.50 I'm paying when I'm buying a coffee. Plus, imagine this craziness. You're not even paying someone $100 or more to just sit there and listen to you complain about your coffee. All men should go to therapy. Let me ask again, we are on the right path as a species, are we not? Right then, this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.